What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks, and we back in the building, you feel me? It's True Talks, cause True Talks, alright? Let's get straight right into it. So you already know, bruh, last night was definitely a big game in terms of ending this losing streak for the Clippers. Obviously, earlier in the day in the same building, there was the Kobe Bryant celebration of life, his memorial, where everybody came out, you know, from the top dogs, everybody from, you know, super celebrities, singers, artists, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, yeah, Devin Booker, yeah, everybody basically came out there, you know what I'm saying? All the greats, everybody, obviously, because it's Kobe. So, you know, that was something that was definitely appreciated. There was definitely something that was like, wow, you know, this is the impact that Kobe has on the culture, impact that Kobe has on just everybody in general, you get what I'm saying? And then not only that, you had people who actually were playing games fly out and then go back to wherever they were playing their game, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of people show up, and then obviously, most importantly, you had, you know, like Michael Jordan talk and, you know, and give his words about Kobe and his relationship about Kobe, his agent. You had everybody, Shaq, and then most importantly was Vanessa, right? Vanessa, his wife. She lost a daughter and a husband, so she's definitely a strong woman. She didn't have to do any of that. They had the funeral earlier. I think February 7th it was. They had the funeral earlier, and they could have just left it at that. But the fact that she did a memorial, she came out and she just basically gave a eulogy and spoke about both of them and just gave a different side and shed light on who they were actually when they're at home, who they were on an everyday basis, which is something that we never really get. We never really see. We never really see the camera on them. We never really, you know what I mean? It's personal life. So to see that side of Kobe and hear about it was definitely, you know, definitely touched the heart and definitely just open people's eyes to who Kobe Bryant really was off the court, because there's the Black Mamba and the killer and, you know, all that type of stuff. And then there's obviously the teacher when it comes to him and Gigi. And then there's just the dad, you know what I'm saying? And that's a different side that we started to see a little bit as his career ended, but we didn't get to see fully. So for her to shed light on those things, the things he liked to do and stuff like that, was definitely was touching. And just, you know, my prayers go out again to that family and all the families that were involved in the tragic incident and accident that happened. So again, Vanessa, that's a strong woman, man. Strong woman. I commend her for doing that. So now later on in the night in the same building was the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? And definitely it was a game, like I said, to stop the winning streak, just to stop the losing streak and just put, you know, me and everybody on the proper perspective that they need to be on, because this is the real them. This is the real them. People, they listen. I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. Anyway, let's go into the context, because I give you that context. Let's get it, man. So you can see from jump, Kawhi's on Ja. You see him on Ja Morant on the inbound right there, and he's guarding him. And obviously that makes a big difference. So Kawhi, like, you can see from the jump, it looks like they're not playing no games. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's healthy, so let's see what they're doing. Okay, bruh. Look at the closeout. Look at the drop down, the gaps, getting back. Okay. Josh struggles with that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So that's the next echelon to his game. So obviously that's scouting report. What we doing here? Good brush screen. Boom. PG-13. We see your scene. Welcome back, boy. Okay, that's what we doing. Show me something, man. You can just see the intensity. You can just see the fine tune. You know what I mean? You can see the focus. You can just see it on the defensive end. You can just see. Look at that switch in. Good switch, and then another switch on Ja, and then obviously he stumbles. What we doing here out of bounds, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Just elite switch in. Good playing how they're supposed to play. Good down screen. It's gotta go. My goodness, PG-13. We see your scene. That's how you feel, boy. Good way to pull. What we doing here? Good shield. You see that? You see how he's forcing him to the baseline? Good defense, man. What we doing here? We out here. There's no drought here. There's no doubt here. Show me something. That's how you feel. Show me. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Kawhi not. Please don't try. Stop, boy. That's what I'm talking about, boy. You can just see the intensity. They just gonna clean this shit up. We hear you. We see you. We listen. What we doing here? Okay. Good deny. Look at the intensity of the defense by Pat. Okay, boy. Making his return. What we doing here? Bruh. Good defense. Good defense. Good dig. Bro, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the defense I'm talking about, boy. Look at this. That's Pat Bev. You've been missing it. We've been missing 2 of the starting 5. What we doing there? Okay, pick up. What we doing? Lock up. Okay, good split job. Good defense, Zoo. That's what we, bro. Rebound, D sound, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Look at the defense, the digging. Look at the intensity. I'm telling you, this is looking like their playoff defense. Watch when they fine-tuned. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Okay, good dig. Get back. You trying to break chest, JV? Show me something. He said he's a baby. Nope. Good digging. Get back. Good defense. Good pickup, Kawhi. Help. Goodness. Good defense, Zoo. That's all you? What we doing here? Oh, my God. You got to hit that, Kawhi. You got to hit that, boy. That's gift wrap. What we doing here? Good steal, bro. It's too easy. We out. Twinkle toes. That was a travel, but we don't call that. They're behind us on the defense. They made a mistake. A turnover. We're not calling that shit. If you know better, you know. They don't call that. They don't call that, even though hit them with the twinkle toes. What we doing here? Okay. You got to shoot that, Pat. Okay, good pass. That's how you. My good. They have so many weapons, man. That's Morris, man. Okay, what we doing here? See, look at the defense. Good. Oh my God, good body-to-body contact. Good way to stop that, Morris. They can just switch everything. What we doing here, man? Good way to release. Good rotation. You see this? Okay, he got him a little bit. Good rotation. Good rotation. I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. The defense ain't even here yet. Y'all ain't seen nothing. What we doing here? See him? Oh, okay. Bruh, I'm trying to look at the rotations in the defensive schemes, man. I'm trying to show y'all something. What we doing here? And they switch Morrison on him again. The ability to guard the point guard too. He said he's a baby Gerber. He said, you got a server? He said, no, pass the dish, boy. He said, what you doing? Ain't no baby around here. Ain't no applesauce around here. He's like, what you talking about, boy? You talking to? And then Morrison, a little bitch ass nigga. What you doing? Ain't no baby around here, dang. It ain't no baby around here. What you talking about? No Gerber. He said, we got it. We good. We good. We good. So I like the intensity. This is what they miss when Pat Bev's not there, man. The intensity. Man, just go through the motions when Pat Bev's not there sometimes. And then no PG, but you see PG comes out at 6'10". So he's coming out early, you know what I'm saying? And they bring in Shamit. So that's the start of the rotation. So you got to pay attention to these little things, you know what I'm saying? This is how they're going to start the rotations. I want to see how they move with these new pieces, you know what I'm saying? So what we doing here, Kawhi still on jaw. Okay, lock up. We don't. Okay, brush screen. Good defense, Zoo. Good contest. Good. They said no rim protection, but it's there. It's there. What we doing here? Good one more. Good pass back. Pump fake. Oh my God, dead eye. Dead eye. Give that boy a red eye. That's what he talking about, boy. My goodness. He said I get buckets, boy. What we doing here? What we doing? Look at the gap and recover. Look at the gonna tip that. Look at the defense. Oh, lock him up. It's game within a game. Break his chest. Oh, that's a charge, boy. He baited him. He let him one bump. He baited him into the game within a game. I like the Morris. See, Morris is crucial. I'm trying to show y'all something, man. Good pick up. Okay, relocate. That's gotta go. Come on, Kawhi. Oh, oh my goodness, with the left hand. He said I'm the best, man. Kawhi not. Please don't try. Stop, boy. What we talking about? Claw me? You saw me? Get that punch, boy. It's all me. Oh my goodness, that boy nice. I'm trying to, yo, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Show me something, boy. You said move, clear out. This is a Gerber. You got to serve this mismatch. It's gift wrap. My goodness, that's like, the foul. That's foul. He pushed him. Well, bro, ref, you're right there. God damn, yo. The Brooks pushed him. Good steal. Look at the defense, though. My goodness, we out transition. He's on a mission. And one, he's a damn son. I call that shit, man. He pushed me. Talk to your man. Fuck out of here. You missed both already. Let them know, Kawhi, you missed both, man. They been missing all the calls, man. And one. Boom. Kawhi not. Please don't try. Stop, boy. Good screen, boy. Let them know, Kawhi. What are we talking about here, man? Good shimmy jab. With the brush screen? Oh my goodness. That's how you feel. That's and one. He's a damn son. He's a damn son, man. My honey. I got bumped. Yeah, but he hit me. Yeah. You're supposed to be able to get to that, bro. Yeah, he bumped into me. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know 1-2. Let him know. Let him know, man. That's still not that fair. I wouldn't have said that. Good way to communicate. Good way to communicate. Let him know, man. Let him know. So obviously they made amends. They made amends. Boom, boom. Good way to communicate, boy. If you at top, like slide and stay on him. Good way to communicate. You see how they're communicating, getting stuff fine-tuned? This is basically their practice. You already know because mans are injured. Good defense. Good tip. You already know, cookies? Pillsbury, my skills vary. Dope boy, I'm the dope boy. Come on now. It's Kawhi not. Please don't try. Stop, boy. What are we talking about here? We turn up when it's time. When it's time, we ready. More proper. Serve them like hot spaghetti. Rebound, you know, D sound. We out now. Push it. Push it. What we doing here? This baby. He said, you better trust me. I double clutch B. Come on now. That's Montrez. You know what the Don says. Buckets. You see everyone's panicking. The coach is panicking. What we doing? That's cookies. Good tip, boy. Look at Jordan Bell smiling because he knows I'm not by him, but I'm by him. What we doing here? Okay. My goodness, boy. That's that up and under. My God, yo. My goodness, that's Kawhi now. Please don't try. Stop, boy. That's that Kobe tree. Up and under. Boy, that's too nice. So he comes out at 245. So this is what the rotation is going to start looking like. So he comes out and you can see Morris also starts to come out. So they have Jermichael and then they have Reggie Jackson and they have Lou Will in. So they're going to do all 5 benchmans at one time. That's part of the reasons why Reggie Jackson is there. You get what I'm saying? So now you can basically play point guard off of the bench. What we doing? Okay. My goodness. How you feel, Montrez? You know what the Don says? Fuck that nigga. Game within a game, you already know they go hard for their teammates. They go hard for their teammates. What we doing here? Good pass, Reggie. My goodness, Landry. My God. The food is gone from the pantry. My goodness. Rebound, you know. Good block, boy. Oh my God. Could have been a foul, but good block. See, Reggie's playing. My goodness. My goodness, Reggie. He said you better step B. My goodness, boy. What are we doing here? Bruh, their bench is going to be even better now. Bruh, good defense. You know the sequence, boy. Push. What are we doing here? Reggie just playmaking. There you go. Good pass, boy. That's got to go. My goodness, bruh. That's too easy, man. That's too easy. That's lights out. Ooh, you see Patrick Bev? Ooh, let's go, boy. Look at the bench. You see how they're fine-tuned? Now Reggie could go to his spot and then, my goodness, boy, that's too easy. That's game, man. That's game. We don't even need to show the rest of the blowout. You already know they showed out. Come on now. This is my issue when it comes to the media and all the things that's going on right now. You see how this is what I've been trying to tell people. So if you follow me on Twitter, the link's below as well too. I'd be talking about certain stuff before I even talk about it in my video. But media, basically they have a hidden agenda. You already know how they love LeBron and they love the Lakers and they love all that type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? And then when it comes to LeBron, basically he could do no wrong in their eyes, so they protect him, which is nothing wrong with that at the end of the day, but you just have to be able to see through it and decipher. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're true to the game speaks for itself. So what happens is, remember last year, Kawhi, when Kawhi was doing load management with the Raptors and Kawhi was playing here and there and whatever the case was, there was games also too where they would lose to guys they shouldn't lose to, and they had stretches where they struggled, not stretches like 4-game losing streaks, but they had some stretches where like, oh, you thought they would beat that game, they'll lose to Cleveland or they'll lose to this team or the Hornets or whatever the case is, because they just sometimes they don't get up for that game. You get what I'm saying? And that's what happens. Sometimes you play down to your competition, which obviously you shouldn't do as a championship caliber team. But you could see the Raptors went to get on to win the championship. Why? Because they turn it on at the right time. They know how to fine tune. They know how to, do the scouting report, pay attention, focus on detail, all that type of stuff. And then you have a superstar who could close, who could carry, and who could take the attention off everybody else and then make it easier for everybody else, as well as him being a dog and his mentality rubbing off on the rest of the team and clicking at the right time. That's part of winning a championship, you know what I'm saying? But you build certain things throughout the regular season, especially for big games and stuff like that. So what happens is now Kawhi's been doing this in Toronto, you know what I'm saying? But they don't pay attention to Toronto. They don't pay attention to the Raptors. You already know they have reasons for doing that. Also, they just don't look because it's obviously north of the border. So now when you look at Kawhi now, it's the same situation that he's going with the Clippers. The only difference is he's now with Paul George. He's with another semi close to superstar, high all-star, you know what I'm saying? And when it looks, and not only that, the only thing that also changes now he's in the same building as LeBron. So when you look at it from that perspective, the media is now all of a sudden is, oh my God, load management is such a big thing, etc., etc. When they praised it for last year, they looked at it as like, okay, we know he's gonna load manage. They knew even when he was going to be a free agent, they even said, okay, what team's gonna be okay load managing with Kawhi, whatever. But now once he went to the Lakers, it's automatically a negative. You know what I'm saying? Because the man's been injured. You know what I'm saying? That's what load managing is. We're trying to manage your load because you have chronic issues. That's what I've been trying to tell people. He has issues and injuries that don't go away. You know what I'm saying? And as you could see how he moves. You could see that he has chronic issues. That's why he load manages, because it's like, okay, let me protect my wear and tear instead of putting in OD because I have injuries. You know what I'm saying? So now when he goes to that team, all of a sudden it's Kawhi's this, Kawhi's that, load management, he barely plays. All these negative connotations, all these negative, narratives, everything is just looked at him that way. And that's what they're portraying it to be. You know what I'm saying? So now that they go on a 4-game losing streak, I promise you, if the Lakers right now did not have AD or did not have Bron, whatever losing they do, even if they lost 10 straight, they're going to look at them as, we just have to wait till Bron's healthy. Obviously, they don't have one of their top 2 best players. Obviously, it's going to be a struggle. Obviously, it's this. They're going to create the most excuses. But now look, when Kawhi is there, they don't have either Kawhi for a game or they don't have Paul George for a game. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes they don't have both. Most of the times they have either just Kawhi or they have either just Paul George. And lately they've just been having Kawhi. He's been played. I don't think they've had any release back to back. So they've just been playing with Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? And there's been no Paul George because he's been injured. The narrative should be they're not fully healthy. That's all it should be. It shouldn't be, oh my goodness, they're on a 4-game losing streak. The fact that they're not going to the playoffs, they're not doing this, they're not doing this. All this, oh my goodness, should we panic now? Whatever. The only issue should be whether they're going to be healthy or not. But you could tell that it's not big injuries. It's just more so, okay, let's be cautious of these guys instead of running them to the ground. They're playing on the safe side as opposed to let's just play and get the chemistry. They look at it as take this stretch, get healthy to this point. And then from there, we trust in our abilities, we trust in our defense, and we're going to turn it on like this. That's what they trust in. You know what I'm saying? And then we have enough window, we have enough time to build that chemistry when it comes to adding in Marcus Morris, when it comes to adding in Reggie Jackson, when it comes to having the defensive schemes, knowing how to just where they get to a point where they're like on a string, like how Golden State, because that's the underrated part about Golden State is they didn't have to communicate about what to switch. They just everything was auto. Switch like this. They just didn't even say nothing. Switch everything. Curry's on a smaller guy, the closest guy to the corner or the weak side quarter. Release him and he goes over there. You know what I'm saying? You hide his deficiency. That's all they need to do. But in this situation, they have so many dogs. They don't really have a deficiency other than Shamet. You know what I'm saying? And even then, Shamet still tries, and he sometimes is in good position. Sometimes he's just too small. So that's their scheme. Switch everything. And that's what we do. And then everybody else dig, gap, and recover, as you can see from what I showed. You get what I'm saying? So now, that's why you can tell it was a statement game. These guys, that's why you don't see me do no videos of, oh my God, the worry, I panic, and all. I don't worry, because at the end of the day, I know when it's time. I know the dogs come out when it's time. They get up for the Lakers. They without Paul George, with Paul George, dubs. You know what I'm saying? They get up for the big games. They get up and they go to work when they're healthy. You know what I'm saying? So imagine they're doing all of this and they're 3rd seed, only 6 games back of number 1 seed, without these mans playing how many games? Shouldn't that tell you something? After the All-Star break, miles closer to the time, you already know they're going to start getting ready. You got to understand, when Kawhi speaks and he's like, oh, we're losing and all this type of stuff, he has a no excuse mentality. So he's like, even if we have no Paul George, even if we have no this, the teams we're losing to, we should still be beating. You get what I'm saying? And that's where the frustration comes. Oh, Landry's going to the corner. And then cut to the paint. Why are you going to the corner? You're the first one down. He kind of stopped. I passed to the paint because you're right there. And it's not like he was running to the corner from time. He was there at the mid-range, and then he wanted to pop out. If you're that close, just cut. You You know what I'm saying? That's what's his IQ. So he's like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to look into that more into depth and try and analyze it because obviously he's in the same building as LeBron. He's threatening LeBron. Every time he plays LeBron, he wins. You know what I'm saying? And now they're trying to look for other things to try and take him down because LeBron obviously and the Lakers are winning when it comes to that, to other teams. When AD wasn't there, they didn't have AD, they lost. When LeBron was in there the one game, they didn't have LeBron, they lost. Or whatever the case was. That was the narrative. Why isn't this applied to the Clippers? We already know why. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look through these things and I see through these things. I don't need to. The Clippers, I'm trying to tell you, out of all teams, the Clippers is a team I do not worry about. I promise you. You see the way they strap? When it's time, I'm trying to tell y'all, people don't understand. These players listen. That's what this was, a statement game. They listen to the media. They watch these things. So at the end of the day, before they were, you gotta understand. You gotta understand this perspective. Before these players were actually in the NBA, they were aspiring to get to the NBA. They have a love for the game first. So they always were watch shows, just like us, how we're fans of the game. They watch the shows. They watch the First Take. They watch all these type of shows, hear what these guys are saying. That's how you get that media. Okay, what's going on in the media? Who's being talked about in the media? Whatever. And you get cheese within that. Then you go to work. You know what I'm saying? So that curiosity, that just instincts to just, I'm in the morning, turn on ESPN, turn on this, turn on that, and hear what people are saying. That's what they do. It doesn't change. They're the same guys. They're the same guys. You know what I'm saying? Now that they're in the league, it's like, oh, that's what you saying? Okay, say less. Say less. Doc looking. That's what they saying? All right, guys, we have Paul George coming back. They had no Pat Bev and no Paul George. Like, what are mans are actually assessing this team about their, like, it's actually crazy to me. When we look, one game we come back, blow out because we show. We let hitmans know. You can see the intensity. They literally were playing playoff type of defense. I'm trying to show y'all something. Mans are in for a rude awakening. This type of team, you don't got to worry about this type of team. They have all dogs. The only issue that I would say with them is sometimes in the moment and in the big moment, are we going to have a clash of Marcus Morris? I could get a bucket instead of passing, maybe making a one more swing. You get what I'm saying? Or Lou Will. I could get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Making a one more swing. Reggie Jackson. I could get a bucket. Kawhi. I could get a bucket. Paul George. I could get a bucket. You have Bearmans. I could get a bucket. Montrezl in the paint. I could get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So it's a benefit, but it could be a curse at times because a lot of the times you don't have that many amount of scores. Normally you have limited amount of scores and then other players just play their role. So they're forced to play the role. Even though, yes, we give up what we do. We give up something that I do and I'm playing my role just for the betterment of the team. Sometimes it's like, you're not really just doing that for the betterment of the team. You actually are that role player. So just shut up and play your role. You know what I'm saying? You're more limited. It's easier when you have limited players and then you have like a small few amount of I could do everything players. So then it's like, okay, everyone knows the roles except for those two could do anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier. But when you have so many people that could score and get buckets in similar type of roles, sometimes it's harder to actually get them to that mentality where, okay, I'm going to just spot up. I'm going to just catch and shoot. Obviously, I create if I have it in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, here you go. You know what I'm saying? That's the only issue. And that's, to me, not even a real issue because when they're in that moment, clarity will happen. When they're in that moment, whoever's cooking, I already know. It's like, when you have dogs like that just want to win, it's in that moment. That's the thing. They don't have just scores. They have scores who are dogs as well, who play defense as well, all that type of stuff. So they're going to get stops. The only thing is is if their offense is as clean as it should be in certain moments. That's my only issue with them. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I'm still not even worried about that because I'm looking at the counterparts of who they're facing. The guys who they're facing don't have scores like that. The people who they're playing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like low key, the most probably problem or the team that will give them the most problem will probably actually be Houston. Especially with the small ball stuff, the perimeter, killing them on the perimeter, all that switching, getting Harden off me and then helter-skelter running around and they have so much floor space in, the rest running downhill, that create a problem for them. Every other team is kind of like, there's only one or two guys, you know what I'm saying, and they don't have floor space in OD, you know what I'm saying, it's not too much of an issue for me. It's mainly, Houston to me is actually someone who's actually could push them 7. That's low-key, people don't see these. People don't see that. I see it, I see through. I see the problems already been given them, and then now they have more floor space in, and there's no Capella. It's gonna even be more problems. Obviously, it's gonna enable Clippers to go small as well too, because they can go small. But I'm just saying, when it comes to defense, switching, moving around, whatever, and and all the like perimeter plays, sometimes if you're elite at the perimeter play, that could cause problems for any team. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the matchup wise. That's how I look at it as. You know what I'm saying? So that's a team that create problems for them. But other than that, like, I don't see any team in the 7-game series beating this team when they're locked in and when they're healthy. Only issue is health and what I talked about earlier with when it comes to the scoring. But like you've seen, Reggie Jackson coming off the bench now. Obviously, everyone's now they just need more time to get into their roles, right? Now, I like the pickup. Reggie Jackson at first, I didn't like the pickup because Reggie Jackson individually, I've seen him on Detroit. I've seen him have ego and try to be who he is. And I think maybe he got humbled from the Derrick Rose situation. You know what I'm saying? So now he's more so in that role that he was in OKC. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the bench and doing what want to work there. And I feel like that's a perfect role for him. Obviously, certain men have a role and all of a sudden they get overpaid. You know what I'm saying? That's Reggie Jackson. He in that role is who he is, that off the bench type of role. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Jackson coming off. He's not like he's going to get dimes OD, but he can play that pick and roll, choose to hit to the corner, choose to hit the 45, split, throw the alley to Montrez, go for the layup. So it's going to make him, even though you lose the dynamic of Lou Will Montrez doing the pick and roll, Lou Will Montrez doing the pick and roll was kind of like was always just Lou Will scores or Harrell scores. It wasn't like the corner guy scores or this guy scores. It wasn't like that because Lou Will's not a playmaker like that. He's just a scorer. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of scorers trying to be playmakers. So now when you have someone who could at least play make somewhat, he's still a scorer, but he could play make somewhat. Is going to now make Lou Will just focus on scoring. As you can see at that last play, he comes in transition, he probes, hezzies, kicks it out to the 45, Lou Will splashes the shot. You get Lou Will more catch and shoot shots, and then he can still get it off his, sometimes he gets it coming down or off the rebound. Now I could do my pick and roll here and there, but it's not like you just live off of that off the bench. That's what was the problem, was they'll just live off of that off the bench, and it was creating problems for like Shamet and other guys to get rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they can do 5 on and 5 off, you have Shamet, like I showed you, then Jamaica, and you have all these guys coming in, and then Reggie Jackson can run the offense, and then Lou Will can worry about getting buckets. It's a better dynamic when you look at it from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because Reggie's not going to be starting. So when you look at it from there, like I told y'all, I have no worries with this team. I actually am more positive as the time goes because I'm seeing the additions they made, like Morris, Reggie Jackson. They're going to be solid. Now, Kawhi doesn't have to, always worry about this and that and that. He can more focus more on scoring, etc. The only issue is Paul George sometimes struggles in big games. Now, I want to see how he cleans that up. But like I said, their defense is going to be so elite when it comes to playoff times, because this is rust. When they put that WD forward and they sprinkle the kinks off, you know what I'm saying, take that rust off and they put that shit on there, I already know they're going to be fine-tuned and going to be a well-oiled machine defensively, and that's going to create transition offense, and they already are solid in half court. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they need to polish it on 1-2 better, but I have no worries about this team, man. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Anyways, I apologize about, the Raptors video and the Lakers video. It was Kobe's memorial yesterday, and I didn't want to do nothing to interrupt that flow and that special moment, you know what I'm saying? So you already know it's True Talks. Because True Talks, share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. You feel me? There's a big game with the Raptors today, you know what I'm saying, facing the Bucks. So that's obviously a potential conference finals matchup, which if they make it there, you know what I'm saying, or any potential playoff matchup or whatever. So we'll see. It's a rematch, obviously, from last year with no Kawhi. But we'll see how it goes, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, you already know. I'm out, man.